Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Safety Systems. When you need a security system, a smoke alarm system, or any other type of life safety system for either your home or your workplace, call the local leaders. Safety Systems provides local support and monitoring, all from a locally owned company. Call them. You will be glad you did. I have been glad every time I have called J.J. Surlis and the team from Safety Systems. Okay, quick segment because I want to let you guys talk about something a little bit later. So I want to run through some just details here if you've missed it. Touched by a scandal. These are the schools who, one way or another, have been tied to having a player, active or past, who was paid by an agent or a shoe company. The gold ones are in the SEC, obviously, 6 of them. But you're looking Alabama, Clemson, Creighton, Duke, Iowa State, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisville, LSU, Maryland. I need a drink of water. Michigan State, NC State, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Seton Hall, South Carolina, Texas, Southern Cal, Utah, Vanderbilt, Virginia, Washington, Wichita State, and Xavier. And already implicated months ago before the season were Arizona, Auburn, and Oklahoma State. When you keep looking at that list right there, 6 of the 27 from the SEC. I mentioned Sean Miller at Arizona, once a target of a UT coaching search. He was supposedly caught on an FBI wiretap talking about a $100,000 payment to an agent to steer a player to Tucson. There are 3 current SEC players also implicated in this: Colin Sexton at Alabama, Kevin Knox at Kentucky, Brian Bowen at South Carolina. Now look, this doesn't mean that all these schools paid these players. But, well, let's jump ahead here. Barnes on Texas issues. Rick Barnes left Texas before payments were made. Here's what he said when Texas' name popped up there. What I was told today by one of my GAs was that happened. The money that I guess those guys received happened after I left. That's all I know. They had been, his group had been recruiting those 3. They signed and received payment after he had left. All right. Any reason concern? Very quickly, any reason for concern at your Tennessee other than we know what Tennessee's history of bad luck has been the last decade? Other than that, is there any reason to think this could start something for Rick Barnes or Tennessee?
I don't think so. I really don't. I was looking at this Tennessee's roster the other day. If you took their 8 most productive players this year, 7 are 3-star and 1 is a 1-star. So it's not like he's out there getting a bunch of Kevin Durant's and 5-stars coming in here. I would say no.
And I would say no, especially in light of what else is going on here and how much other investigations are going to be that are like active, current, where they are at those schools. So I say no.
Now, a lot of these schools, I do want to mention this, and we're going to talk in the next segment about how you handle this. I just wanted this to be a quick kind of info segment. A lot of those schools, Kentucky addressed it last night, Alabama's addressed it. It's like, look, we sat this guy for a couple of weeks or a couple of games. If you think about it, every year, players have to sit at the beginning of the season somewhere because of a dinner with an agent or whatever. That list, you shouldn't look at that as all 27 of these schools were giving away Lamborghinis. Some of it may be very small stuff that an agent did, and it's done away with a one-game sit-down. May have already been handled. Others of it, like arranging a $100,000 payment on a wiretap, that could be more serious. But here's the other thing to keep in mind. That information that you just saw came out in a Yahoo Sports report and an ESPN report. The FBI hasn't made any of that stuff official yet, meaning there could be more schools that we don't know about. There could be more charges we don't know about on that list and on those lists. When we come back, how does the NCAA deal with this? You got that many schools. It takes forever to do one school. You're going to be looking at 27? Let's say you have to look at half of that. How do you handle it? We'll discuss. Come on back.